Hey guys, it's Carolyn. I actually have two book tags for you guys. I just recorded both of them, and for some reason my camera went haywire and deleted both. So, yeah, sorry about that. But anyway, this first one, this is like the fourth time I've tried to film this in like 2 months or something. And it is the book Scavenger Hunt tag. And I haven't seen the original video for who originally did this tag, but I think it was done by a booktuber called The Library of Sarah. And so I will link her channel down below. I'm pretty sure it was Library of Sarah, I think. And I saw a lot of different videos for this, but the one I most recently saw was Little Book Owls. So I will link both of those channels down below, or both of the channels. And so, yes, let's get started. And I didn't do I didn't show you guys the actual scavenger hunt part, because there's just not room for me to do that in my room, so I just kind of brought all the books down. But yes, the first one is, what is it? Hang on. Okay, found it. It is an author or a title with the letter Z, and I picked The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I'm pretty sure everyone either picked this or picked, I Am the Messenger by him, but yeah, so, Book Thief, Marcus Zusak. This is an amazing book. If you haven't read it, read it. It's one of my favorites. Next is a classic, and the classic I picked is North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. I picked this one because I just rewatched the BBC version of it, and it's amazing. It's one of my favorites. I have the DVD, and I just got the book because I really wanted to read it, and I haven't read it yet. But okay, can I just complain for a second? I got this because the cover is so beautiful, but I didn't realize how tall this book is. Look how tall it is. So the inside is a really weird, like, kind of play-ish format, and I don't like it. I don't like the format. But, I mean, a book's a book, so it'll be okay for first reading, and then I'll get a nicer copy of it later. Okay, next is a book with a key. And I'm gonna apologize for sounding like crap. It's rainy and cold outside, so I woke up with like a head coldy feeling that's just bleh. But anyway, a book with a key. Key to the Repository by, it's a Blue Bloods companion book by Melissa Delacruz. And I love all of her covers because they all have like a main picture and then a silhouette, and this particular one is a picture of a person looking through a keyhole, but then the bottom is all silhouetted with keys. Usually her silhouettes are like a city wherever that book takes place, but this one is keys. It's just so cool looking. I love it. So yeah. Next is find something on your bookshelf that is not a book. I was gonna bring down my Feather Phantom of the Opera rose, but I forgot. So I will show you guys my downstairs bookshelf. This is my family bookshelf. And, oh, I'm doing this the wrong way. If y'all can see, we have little duck decoys, down at the bottom there. Because my dad was a duck hunting fan. Okay, but anyway, oldest book. I bought that oldest book. Here we go. The Princess by Lord Tennyson. This was done in, or this was, excuse me, published in 1911, if y'all can see that. And again, I'm really scared to read this, though, because it is so old, and the spine is, like, I'm just really afraid to open it, and then all the pages will, like, yeah, that's nice demonstration. Anyway, book with a girl on the cover. I picked The Reluctant Heiress by Eva Ibbotson. I absolutely love her young adult books. She writes or she wrote a lot of, like, children's, like, YA books, but she also writes, like, or, I mean, she wrote a lot of children's books, but she also wrote 5, historical fiction books for teen girls, historical fiction novels for teen girls, and they're all on the back, and they all have, like, girls on the cover, and I own all of them, and they're fantastic, but this cover, I think, is the prettiest. It's just really gorgeous, so yeah. Next is a book with an animal. I'm going to cheat a little bit on this one, because I meant to bring down Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, but I forgot. I forgot it, so I'm going to cheat and use this one for 2 different parts of the tag. This is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling, and it has, well, as you can see, it has Fawkes the Phoenix in it on the cover, and it also has Hedwig the Owl, Scabbers the Rat, centaurs, a basilisk is in this one, roosters, just a lot of different animals, some mythical and some not. So yeah, that was a good book for animals. Next is a book with a male protagonist. I use this for a different tag, but I'm going to say Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. I used this for my tag the other day, but I was going to do Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, but it's not in my possession at the moment. A friend is borrowing it, so Beautiful Creatures. Main guy's name is Ethan. Next is a book with just words, and for that I have, if I can find it among all the crazy books, here we go. Hunchback of Notre Dame, which I'm sorry, you can probably barely see that, by Victor Hugo, and it has that on the front, but I don't really count that because it's, like, on the actual book, and it's not meant to be, like, a picture of the book or anything. And as you guys can see, just words, except I need a new copy of this because I really don't like how close they printed the first bit of the print to the top of the page. I mean, it was like they didn't have enough room or something, so. Okay, next we have a book with mostly illustrations, and I picked The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. He is my favorite illustrator of all time. Like, my 3 favorites are Brian Selznick, Mary Grand Prix, who did the Harry Potter illustrations, and Nick Bantock, who wrote and illustrated the Griffin and Sabine book series. But yeah, these illustrations, I love it that they're all done in pencil, and they're just so beautiful, and most of this book is these pretty full-color illustrations. Just love so much. And if any of you guys, if you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it. Well, I can't really recommend Wonderstruck if I haven't read it, but I really want to read it, so I would recommend that as well. And also, if you have read these and you really want to see more of Brian Selznick's illustrations, he also illustrated a lot of Andrew Clements books, and Andrew Clements is a really good children's author, so I highly recommend those, especially The School Story. That's my favorite one of his. Anyway, next is a book with gold lettering. Again, here's the cheat. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I'm using this book for 2 parts of the tag. But yeah, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, all gold, even gold tip pages. So yeah. Next, we have a diary. And this diary can be fictional or nonfiction, and I picked the nonfiction one of Samuel Pepys. This is an abridged copy, obviously. It was actually, my grandma lent it to me. But yeah, I actually had to use, Pepys is one of my favorite historical figures, and I also used several, entries in his diary, for my senior thesis for college. A book with an author who has a very common last name. And I picked Friends, Lovers, and Chocolate by Alexander McCall Smith. I picked this one to show you guys because it's one of my favorite covers. I really love these covers so much. They're just gorgeous. And this is the second book in the Isabel Dalhousie series, which I haven't read yet. I started to read Sunday Philosophy Club in college, and then I had to put it down because of other more pressing school books, and I just need to pick it back up so I can start this series. And also, I'm really tempted, the library has the rest of these books, my library does, so I'm really tempted to, like, after I read the Redwall series, really tempted to get these from there and read those before I have to move. And I don't know where I'm moving, so I don't know if they'll have a good library or not. Anyway, a book with a close-up. I picked, if I can find it, where did it go? Aha. Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen, and this copy, I don't like it because, again, it's tall, and I didn't know that when I ordered it, so it's like north and south in that way, but the inside's not as weird of a format, so that's okay. And also, I just love it because I love the close-up of her face, and I love the close-up of the fully bloomed rose. Like, how gorgeous is that? So yeah, this is one of my favorite covers. Next, we have a book that takes place in the oldest time period. I wasn't sure if it had to be non-fiction or fiction, so for non-fiction, I have the Bible. I don't know if that's, like, cheating or not. I don't think it should be, but yeah, I picked the Bible for that. Or if it had to be fiction, then I pick Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. This takes place in the 12th century during the English anarchy, during the time of, like, Queen Maud and King Stephen. Maud is also referred to, or known as, the Empress Matilda. So yeah. And it's historical fiction, but it's based on that real time period. Next is Book Without a Dust Jacket, and for that I have Slippery Slope by Lemony Snicket, 10th book in the series of Unfortunate Events, reading it right now. And this doesn't have a dust jacket because the cover is printed directly onto the book, same with the back with the synopsis. And I just saw a Obsessed Reader book, video the other day where these are called turtleback books, I think, but correct me if I'm wrong on that. Next is a turquoise colored book, which I have Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. Next is a book with stars. I picked Peter Pan. As you can see, there's, like, the night sky with the little stars. And then, last but not least, a non-YA book. And for that, I picked Winesburg, Ohio by Sherwood Anderson. I love this cover so much, and this is probably one of the classics that I'm looking most forward to reading very soon. So yeah, love it. Okay, so that was the tag. Sorry this went on for a bit, but yeah. Again, Ariel Bissett, sorry, that's for my next tag. The Library of Sarah, I think, created this tag, and I saw it for Little Book Owl, so I will link both of their channels down below, even though I'm not subscribed to Library of Sarah, so I don't know if that'll work, but I'll try. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to comment and subscribe. Bye.